Hi everybody, how's it going? Happy Saturday to you. So I'm recording this on the 22nd of April. We have of course had this past week the new moon with solar eclipse, a lot of intense energy going on there. We have got more intense energy coming up, of course, when we have the full moon on the 5th of May, because that's also coming with an eclipse. And we have lots of energy around Pluto also, because Pluto will be going into retrograde. And at the moment, of course, calling for this transformation that we've got going on. We're in Taurus season now. So this is about grounding in our reality, relating to our worth and values over what we've been shown, what we know inherently within, and actually bedding that into our reality. Almost taking stock of our reality. Is it in alignment with what we want or isn't it? Where do we need to make changes? Uranus is in Taurus as well, calling for change. Pluto is still calling for that deep transformation. So we've still got a lot going on. And Jupiter is still in Aries at the moment with Chiron. So there may still be expansion of healing aspects coming up, to be healed, to be processed, to be acknowledged, etc. And of course, with the sun being in Taurus now, we've got a lot of energy in Taurus. We have the sun there, we have Uranus, we have Juno, and we also have Vesta. So there is that divine feminine energy there as well. And we have Mercury, and Mercury is now in retrograde. Let's not fear the retrograde. This gives us an opportunity to reflect, to take stock, to review. And ultimately, over that period, you know, we're coming up with things that we need to deal with. And that's from going within and truly understanding what we need to take action on. This, of course, relates to our reality because of that second house aspect of Taurus, our worth and values. So there could just be items coming up within this Mercury retrograde for attention in that respect. Moon is currently in Gemini as I'm recording this video. So how do we feel about the polarity of things in terms of what's being shown to us regarding our worth and values? How do we feel about that? Are we pretty balanced in our feelings? Venus is in Gemini, so perhaps there's more of a lean towards attention on the feminine side within us. We have feminine and masculine within all of us. So there might be that need to just balance out, but to focus on the feminine aspects of that nurturing, the self-love, you know, being open to receive as well as to give love. So, and that's a lesson I have to learn myself as well. I'm part of the collective, so I'm not immune to this in any way. So I wanted to just take some cards, okay? And I've actually got the Moonology cards, plus the Queen of the Moon deck, which I was drawn to picking up first. So we're gonna go with that one first of all, and just see what we have for the collective, okay? Messages today. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. It's not gonna resonate for everybody. Okay, what do we have, please? Spirit for the collective, from the pure white light. What does the collective need to know this moment in time? That one didn't want to go back in, the void, and it's in reverse. So this is a sense of coming out of the darkness. And when we think of the dark night of the soul, if that resonates for you, as part of the healing journey that we've been going on in this transformation, there is a sense of coming out of that. And that's because we've gone within. We might still need to go within a little bit more, but there is that sense of progress in terms of we're coming out of that void. We're understanding what we need to do. We're understanding what works for us. We're understanding what aligns with us. So we're coming out of that darkness, that dark night of the soul, in order to take the necessary action in terms of what we desire. How we want our reality to be with the Taurus energy regarding our worth and values. And the sun being there, really helping our soul essence to bring that to fruition. And we have assessing in reverse as well. So you may just need to look at something from a different perspective. We see here, you know, up in the cosmos, on the top of a hot air balloon, looking out at the sky, so that higher perspective. So there is a need for that because that's in reverse. And we've got, you know, those blended colours there, kind of blue and purpley colours also. So it feels very divinely guided at the moment, and certainly when it comes to communication. Now, yes, Mercury is in retrograde, so this is all about how we communicate to ourselves during this time as well, and just to be mindful of that. But taking a look at something from a different perspective, from a higher perspective, allows that movement out of the darkness towards the light in terms of what you want your reality to be. And then we have, and that results in pleasure. And look at that light emanating from the heart chakra. And by truly getting into that energy of pleasure. What brings you joy? You know, how do you feel about things? What lights you up? What makes you happy? What gives you that emotional fulfillment is going to emanate out. And those around who are still in this void, perhaps, or still assessing situations, can then look to that light as inspiration, as empowerment for their journey as well. So the impact on our own individual journeys has a profound impact on other people, and we may not even realize that. So because everything is energy, everything is connected in that way, it has a significant effect on those around you because of the energetic shifts that are going on within us and therefore outside of us, reflected back. So it's very important to be in that energy of joy and pleasure and what lights us up. And there could be just some realization of that that's needed. But the introspection helps with that, of course, because we can truly understand when we converse with source energy within via our intuition, we understand what makes us feel good. We know what makes us feel good and what doesn't make us feel good. So why are we continuing to do things that don't make us feel good? This is all about embracing that energy of joy and pleasure and abundance. Okay, I'm going to go with the Moonology manifestations. Okay, let's see what else we have for the collective, please. What other messages do we have for the collective? Moonology manifestations. Okay, they wanted to fly out, didn't they? Well, on the bottom, know your worth. New moon in Taurus. So Taurus energy again, know your worth. That's hidden. So you need to, within your foundation, within your core, know your worth in order to then manifest your reality. So what we have here, and look again, the blended colours of the green. So heart chakra related here, possibly. Trust all will be well, that came out a couple of days ago. So needing to trust all will be well. Full moon in Taurus energy, so we've got double Taurus energy here, but this is all about detoxification. So it says detoxification in terms of what is not serving us, what is no longer in alignment, what needs to be changed, transformed or released. And look at the moon on that. Wow. So that could be significant as we come up to the full moon on the 5th of May, because there is that lunar eclipse with that as well. And it's in Scorpio, so it could be quite intense for that reason as well, with that deep scorpionic transformative energy. Release control. So, you know, we have that detoxify card in the middle as they flew out. The other two bookending this card are both in reverse. So there is a need to release control and to trust all will be well. And we can help that process along by detoxifying in terms of what is no longer serving us needs to go, what is no longer serving us needs to change, transform, evolve, however it resonates, in order to then have more confidence in our divine journey in terms of what we're manifesting for our reality and how we want our reality to be ultimately. Okay, and now I've just got the original Moonology deck. So let's see if we've got a card from this deck for the collective as well, please. Right, that's too many. Although the one that showed itself on the top was a personal issue reaches conclusion. So we are getting to the bottom. Wow, luck is on your side. So recognizing there is expansive energy to this. This is Sagittarius energy. So think of, you know, Jupiter rules Sagittarius and of course used to rule Pisces as well. So luck is on your side. And this is all about, you know, shooting that arrow to what you want. Taking that action in that way. This is fire energy also, but recognizing that there is an element of luck here. So as we're progressing on our divine journey, as we're detoxifying and we are shedding those layers of what is no longer serving us and we are transforming in that respect, naturally luck is on our side, because then we are going to be brought things, we're going to be brought situations, experiences, people that are more in alignment with ourselves, and that's all part of the divine plan, destined, fated, etc. So recognize and have confidence that luck is on your side. But on the bottom, a time for healing. So the healing journey is still important. It's always happening because we're always evolving and we're needing to constantly heal. We're needing to actually recognize that we are growing and there are lessons that we're learning all the time. It's a constant evolution and we're getting stronger and more resilient as a result. So it's really positive. Luck is on our side because we are addressing these things within us that are coming up to the surface for attention. If we're pushing it away, then of course that's going to result in more of that sort of energy. We want to be in this energy of the pleasure. So that's why assessing is in reverse and that realization is in reverse in terms of needing to get to that conclusion within, but also take a higher perspective of that divine perspective and understand this is our journey and things are happening for us and not to us. Okay, let's just pull a couple of tarot. Okay, a couple of tarot. As I said that, there were two that kind of flipped out and they turned over. So they needed to come out in that position. We will see what they are. But first of all, I'll see if there's anything else. From the Gilded Tarot Royale, remaining, yeah, that one wanted to come out as well. Remaining in our sovereignty. Okay. And that one jumped as well. Okay. Three of Wands on the bottom, that's almost waiting for our ships to come in, progress, etc. Once choices have been made. So these wanted to flip out first of all. They're all in reverse. We've got Death in reverse, Major Arcana, that represents Scorpio. We've got the Ace of Pentacles in reverse and the Nine of Cups in reverse. So in order to actually get our wish fulfillment and our stable new beginning, something has to end. That is fairly clear. And this is all about that detoxification that I alluded to before with that card, detoxify. So this is about needing to close out a cycle and it's Major Arcana. So this is important. This is from the divine. There is a cycle that needs to close out, even if it's just negative thought patterns, but it could be a connection, it could be a situation, it could be a job, it could be however it resonates. Something that is not serving you and something that is not making you happy needs to close out, even if it's evolution of it. So the current cycle in its current form closes out, a new one begins, okay? Or if something's completely released, closed out in that way, take it how it resonates. But something needs to close out because at the moment, this brand spanking new beginning, which is a stable beginning of abundance, and look at how majestic that pentacle is there, that can't come in, neither can the wish fulfillment of that emotional fulfillment, because something needs to end. And there is mental conflict around this as well. So a lot of overthinking relating to what this could be. But if you notice, this character on this card is holding one sword. So he's holding that sword of truth. It's almost like he's holding the clarity of the Ace of Swords. And he has the Four of Swords tucked under his arm, which is all about rest. And of course, it comes after the Three of Swords, which could be painful endings, heartbreak of the past. But yet there is still clarity. He's holding clarity and he's moving away from conflict in order to rest and recuperate. But there is a need to find that strength within, that courage within. Tame the inner lion, of course, but this is all about having the strength to close out a cycle, because those are the two major arcanas, Leo and Scorpio, both in reverse. You need to find the strength within to close out a cycle. But remember, luck is on your side if it's in divine alignment for you. And that's what's going to enable your ships to come in. And underneath that, the Hanging Man, that's Pisces energy, okay? And this is also looking at things from a different perspective. So there is a need to do that in order to progress on. Look at something from a different perspective, understand what cycle it is that needs to close out, and detoxify where you need to bring about the pleasure that you are worthy of. I am worthy of divine abundance. I am worthy of divine love. I am worthy of divine pleasure and all of the opportunities that the divine wishes to bring my way. Okay, and recognize that this is all part of your journey. Hope that finds you well. Take care, love and blessings. See you soon.